Hello dear students, out here we are there to go ahead and learn through about a very nice and important concept in regards with digital marketing known through as content marketing. It's really a pleasure for me to go ahead and train you across for this particular topic known as content marketing. I am myself trainer Pranav Parekh, an enthusiastic digital marketer who learns to train across students about varied concepts of digital marketing. You would have indeed enjoyed, or maybe in your further sessions would be enjoying through the concepts related to conversion rate optimization and lead generation for businesses, which I have trained across you for, or would be training across you for, in this relevant plethora of the topics that you are learning. This basic important technique, which is going to be of core importance to you in your digital marketing arena. Being used through. The first one is that it is a strategic marketing approach, means you are not using or not doing this only from the perspective of posting across on a blog or writing an article on your website, but it is indeed something which involves good amount of strategy as a So first of all, whatever you are sharing with your end users, it should be giving them some additional value. It should not be the same kind of stuff like just sharing with them an offer on Independence Day, or just sharing with them that why India got independent on a particular day. So those common things which are already available and known to someone, like what are the benefits of eating a particular food grain. So this basic concept. That's why consistency also forms an important parameter in the process of content marketing, and the mechanism why we are doing this is to go ahead and attract and retain a particular defined audience. So basis your product or service, you would be required to know through what your target audience is, and then ultimately this process is going to be done through to drive profitable customer action. What we mean by this is, once the content is shared or while the content has been shared through, there is some action that you want your end user to take. past been engaged or reading through the same. The action could be as simple as signing up for a free demo, or it could be as simple as downloading a free ebook, or it could be as simple as going ahead and doing through the process of reading a white paper, or even it could be something involving an online paid transaction. So all these elements could be a part and parcel of it, but the mechanism to attain that would be through the process of your content. Your content should be that much engaging that it will help the person go ahead and drive profitable customer action. So that's the definition or basic perspective of content marketing, and that's why in line with that there is the other important part regarding it, that content marketing is not just mere advertising. It is ideally more than advertising, and it is about showing your customers who you are rather than just telling them. So this last line could be turning through a bit tricky across to you, that what does one mean by showing your customers rather than just telling them. So when we are talking about this issue, what it means is that there are many people who can be claiming that we are the best health service provider, or we are the best insurance company, or we are the best automobile company. So that is something which is told by that company themselves. But when you want to showcase it, you can showcase them by giving across the right set of content. What I mean by that is, if someone is claiming we are the best financial investment company, they should be showcasing content related to what are the investment options available for a person, how they have helped their customers grow across from their mutual fund investment provisions, or showing across content to users like, these are the opportunities with which we have worked for our client and you can similarly benefit from it. So this is something where you show them. You show this by writing articles which give them clear understanding. You show them by going ahead and writing through blog posts which give them beneficial understanding. You do this by going ahead and even working more on your content elements where you are sharing these entities with your end user. So that's the process or mechanism which is indeed an integral part, because doing plain advertising, doing digital advertising through ads, or even any other form of online advertisement would be definitely good enough to get the customers to your page or to your post and stuff. But when you want to go ahead and indeed interact with them and get the right set of results from your work, you need to take a really deep insight and understand the process of content marketing. The next important step is to understand it in a more detailed manner by this particular concept, that what are the related benefits of content marketing, because why would one be interested in doing it or investing resources as well as the team behind the same. So here is a step-by-step process which I have tried to show through, or which is being evaluated in this particular diagram, that what is the complete chain which is getting developed when we are doing content marketing. So the first pointer is that it builds a community of loyal customers, because if you are writing relevant content, if you are writing content which is important for your end customers, you are keeping them in mind and doing your entity of creating content, it will be people who would be interested in knowing more about you on a very regular basis, and it will go ahead and build a brand, or ideally a set of customers who want to read through your content again and again. Like, it's something like a famous newspaper or a famous magazine, that once someone is hooked across onto it, They want to read across topics about them, whatever is written into it, on a very regular and continuous basis. Together with that, it makes your brand an authority, because there are going to be in any business sector various brands which are writing across or which are indeed selling across the same product or service which you are selling. There could be hundreds of insurance companies, hundreds of automobile companies, hundreds of restaurants. So where will one choose? There would be hundreds of doctors which are going ahead and serving the customer in the same way. So what is going to be the mechanism to go ahead and make your brand stand out of it? So when you're creating content, you are turning into an authority who is really knowing this product or service a lot better than the competitors, and people would like to authorize you or recommend you as a trusted source with an authoritative saying on that topic or on that particular point. Similarly, the next point then in line is that you get to know your customers. What this means is, while you would have created your website, you would have created your web pages, and you would be having people coming on to your particular set of pages, it's very much possible frequently that those customers are someone who are just getting to know about your product or service through your website. But specifically, when you want to in turn know about them in a better manner, when you want to decide which is your best target group, which is the likes and dislikes of your customers, whether they are interested or not interested in what you are sharing with them, then in that scenario, content marketing is a definite winner. It is something which will let you know, which will even let you get through better understanding of your customers. While you would have defined a target audience when you would have started creating your product and service, but a detailed understanding of him or her will come to you if you are doing it correctly through content marketing. And similarly, past that, the next important mechanism is that generating content or going ahead and developing relevant content would improve your SEO. The more SEO relevant listings you get, there would be more traffic on your website, there would be more visitors, and if you are generating relevant content, it would be at the end improving through these listings which you are getting on a search engine. Because traditionally, few years back, or even many people had that understanding some time back, that going ahead and using through techniques of just using keywords or search terms in your website and just the structure of your website will help across SEO. But it's important to understand that generating through content is now the most important mechanism for SEO. SEO is directly equivalent to just content marketing in the current scenario. Similarly, like that, the last pointer in line with that is content adds value. While the value out here is in small letters, I would definitely like that it should have been turned out into capital letters, that content is something which is going to go ahead and give great value to your products and service. Because if it is turning as an authority for your brand, if it is getting your customers engaged, if it is getting you know your customers better, and it is also getting you more business, then what better method else could be there which would be adding so much of value by doing one particular activity? So Therein, content marketing plays a very important role of going ahead and adding value, adding important long-term value, because there are some mechanisms by which you can get business, you get short-term value added across to your product or service. But this is one mechanism through which you are going to get through long-term value coming ahead again and again for your product or service. So these are few of the basic important benefits of content marketing. We'll be going ahead and diving deeper with more details about it. The next important step is to go ahead and getting through to know a key concept, which is about thought leadership and selling. While this is very much important from the perspective one, on the basis of wherein selling and wherein thought leadership have a relation, and secondly with the overall strategy of content marketing. So here you would be thinking through that wherein while doing across or having a strategy for marketing has the concept of thought leadership come in between. While the reason why we are seeing this and pushing across on this particular factor is because that when we want to do market and sell across our product or service, and when we want to be a market leader into it, there has to be some set of mechanism which should be a part and parcel of it. So in that scenario is this particular entity of thought leadership coming in place. So the definition which is given out here is that a thought leader could be referred to an individual or firm that is recognized as an authority in any specialized field and whose expertise is sought out and often rewarded through. So what we are trying to say out here is that if you are having a focused strategy of your content marketing, which is going to give you all these benefits which we have seen, then that particular mechanism is going to go ahead and make you a leader in that particular product or service field, and accordingly help you through with getting great set of rewards going some time further, as well as establish you as an expert in that field. So for example, if someone is writing good amount of tech blogs and is going ahead and giving information to people about technology, that is a great set of mechanism which would be turning through that person into a leader, into specifically a thought leader. So that's something which is very much important when you want to go ahead and sell across your product. And this particular mechanism has some steps which will help you build through. So how can a company or organization, when they are using the entity of content marketing, lead across into the process of thought leadership? So the mechanism out there is built across on these set of steps which are being defined out here. First is, it is based on an integrated strategy wherein the sales process, the communication, the branding, and the product set goals or the goals related to the product sales are all integrated. Means what you are telling to people through your content marketing is relating to your sales product and is finally turning out into your sales or your product goal of the company as well. Similarly, in thought leadership, you are going ahead and building across assets which are including content, tools and resources. Means you are not doing it as a one-time activity that once in a month we do a blog post, in the next month we do something in the form of just article publishing, in the next month we do a particular set of PR release. So these kind of mechanisms are not going to work. It should be an aligned mechanism in which you are having your tools, resources and your complete entity working together. And finally, there should be a disciplined multi-channel program and a coordinated set of customer touchpoints through which you are making them reach to your product or service. Whether it would be online selling, whether it would be offline selling, whether it would be a particular service or product, you need to go ahead and deliver this to your customers in a completely disciplined way. So that's an important mechanism about what is to be done through the process of thought leadership, and it's very integral in the complete content marketing cycle.